Let's talk about marketing for a new lawn care business. What is going on, everyone? My name is Ryan. I am Lawn Crack, essentially. So welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. And this is gonna be another one of the videos that I'm kind of documenting what's going on with my buddy's lawn mowing business. He started a business that specifically mows lawns here in Northern Kentucky. And I have the opportunity to handle some of his marketing and stuff like this. So I just kind of wanted to share like how it's going so far. He's almost been in business for a month, not even, hasn't been in business a month yet. And things are really taking off rapidly. And I kind of expected this to happen because I know he knows what he's doing out there cutting the grass. He has an employee that knows how to trim and blow it off, and the employee can also mow grass too, is about ready to become a crew leader himself. So, I mean, basically I just needed to get the company, in front of people, and then they were gonna take care of the rest. So that's how it's been going. And we've actually had some hiccups in this process and some stuff. So I'm gonna go over this and kind of tell you how it's going and why I think it's gonna like dramatically just like ramp up here in the near future, and really kind of excited about it. And yeah, we might need to start figuring out what we're gonna do for our second truck, because that's coming quick. So when you think about it, my buddy completely missed the spring rush of like new lawn care clients and stuff like this. So it was like not the most ideal time to start a lawn care business, like in, what was it, June, essentially June. So he cut one lawn on May 31st, literally one lawn, and then June 3rd was his first day out where he cut a handful of properties, right? So he started off at zero with zero customers, like every lawn care essentially starts off, I guess, unless you like buy a company and acquire their customer base and stuff like this. So he started off at zero, but he was in a unique position where the company he was working for was basically going out of business and has since gone out of business completely. So he was able to take a handful of those customers who had been telling him for months at this point, like, please just start your own business so we don't have to deal with the company you work for and all the issues we have communicating and with the invoicing and this and that and blah blah blah. Like, we'd just rather deal with you and pay you, and it would just be so much better for us. So that's what really got his mind going. And he really enjoys what he does, mowing grass. That's all he does, mow grass. So let's talk about what's actually going on and how have we got these first handful of customers, aside from the ones that just came with him. And hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you can apply this to your business. And the whole point of Lawn Crack is everybody grow your business and start making more money and living the desired life you want to live, no matter what that is. So that's what it is. It's Lawn Crack. All right. So as of right now, so like I said, basically got started June 3rd is essentially when we really got started actually mowing grass and stuff. So start off basically with one customer essentially in May. So we'll go into June with one customer, right? The like really big advocate for Billy starting his own company, immediately said, you started it, boom, I'm canceling and going with you, right? So that was customer number one, got in May. So the rest of the customers have come this year, or this month, which is June 2019. So he is up to 37 customers. So not even been doing it a month, and he's up to 37 customers. So that's pretty freaking impressive. Be straight up honest with you, 20 of them were customers of the past company. So that's a huge benefit to him to have been in that position where he had relationships with these people. He had already gained their trust and all this kind of stuff. So he was able to just kind of very easily onboard them to his company. So that worked out freaking awesome. Now, where did the other customers come from? Because there's 17 more customers, and it's actually kind of more than that, because one of the other customers is Ethan from Alpha Lawns, Well, Ethan from Alpha Lawns is actually really into pressure washing right now. So he's trying to grow his pressure washing business, and he's like basically offloading mowing accounts. And he's actually just been having Billy go out and mow a handful of his properties. Like, I don't know, 8 to 10 a week seems to be the average that Ethan just throws at Billy and says, hey man, please go cut these. I make so much more money pressure washing than cutting grass, and I like it more and this and that. So please, you know, cut this grass. I'm just gonna pay you what the customer pays me. And it's actually been really, really nice and worked out real great. Another one of the referrals was somebody Billy met at the company he worked for. It was actually the boss that they kind of hired to replace me to run the company. Obviously didn't work out well, but it was actually a really weird situation because this guy actually owns another lawn care company in the area that like literally competed. I can't wrap my head around how this guy ended up, you know, as a manager of the company when he actually owns another company that competes with it. Mind-boggling to me. But he's throwing work to Billy. He's thrown him a church so far, which is severely underpriced, by the way. But the church is on a main road, so they're there mowing the grass for say an hour. Might not even take an hour, but the lawn's underpriced. But they can park the truck, which has now a magnet on it that everyone passing by, there's probably 1,000 cars will pass by in 40 minutes on this road, and they'll all see that, and they'll see how nice the property looks, and it's going to lead to business eventually. We also are going to get some yard signs, so we can just actually stick the yard sign out as we're cutting that place. Okay, the GoPro died on me. So we're going to put the sign out so it's just like blatantly in your face. You're not going to miss the sign as you're driving by, and then we'll just pick it up. So we always have it. We'll just specifically use it at that property. We'll probably get a handful more signs, but we don't have yard signs yet. If you need yard signs, look in the description because I have the best place ever to get them from, super duper cheap. So definitely check that out if you need it. Okay, there's one more referral, and I can't remember who it came from. I had notes on it, and there's one more referral. And then saw the truck. So since we do have a magnet on the truck, that's one of the marketing things that we've done, is because it's Billy's personal truck. We don't want to get like the vinyl and all this on his truck. We want to go to U-Hauls and go to that model because it's just so much more efficient. It's going to be more profitable and make so much more sense over time. But to get going, we have Billy's truck and the trailer that we got to haul around the mowers, right? So saw the magnet as they were cutting a neighbor's house. So obviously this is a great situation where now that one house stop turned into a 2-house stop. I think it's since turned into a 3 or 4 house stop already. And then the Google ads. So Google is completely messing with our business here. They will not verify the Google My Business listing, which is like directly impeding the website from ranking. And it's a complete nightmare situation. I cannot believe this. I've touched on it on some other videos, so I'm not going to really go into depth on this. But we cannot get the Google My Business verified as of right now, and Google's well aware of it and says they're working on it. So whatever that means. But in the meantime, we've been running Google ads, and we've picked up 13 customers from Google ads. So 13 customers from Google ads. So let's go, and that's in like a 3-week period. It's pretty freaking crazy. So I'm gonna go into some of these costs real quick and show you the examples of everything that's been done and everything like that, so you can get a much better feel for like in real life what's going on here. But I did the website, right? Like, of course I did the website. You know, I did their website just like I do everybody else's website. I did it by the book, and I went over and beyond. And you know, with the way I get compensated with how I work for them, I did as much as I wanted, and I've honestly put like probably $3,500 to $4,000 worth of like legitimate work into their website and online presence. It's so much more than just a website anymore. So I'm not getting into all the details, but I've done a ton of stuff. And as soon as Google verifies the business, it's going to skyrocket in the freaking search results, and it's going to be nuts. So we're waiting on that like badly. Okay, so the Google ads. So I just told you we got 13 customers from Google ads. Do you want to take a guess at how much we spent on those Google ads to get those 13 customers? $151 and some change. So let me give you a warning here. If you go attempt to run Google ads, I can 100% guarantee you're not going to get these results. I've been trained by Google to run Google ads. So get with somebody that knows what they're doing, get with me. And then, you know, basically once a really good ad is set up like this one is, then it's just on cruise control and you really just have ad spend to worry about after that. But I put probably 3 hours of work into creating this ad to make it perform like it's performing. So it'll only get better over time as Google has AI and they're like making the ad better. Like I logged in the other day and it said, hey, you can do this, this, and this now based on these metrics, and this will get you this increase and blah, blah, blah. So it gets really crazy. You really need to know what all the terms are and how everything correlates and interacts with everything. So I wouldn't recommend doing it yourself, honestly, but you can, and don't run ads from Google My Business. If you're in Google My Business and you see the ads in there, do not run that. I wasted a lot of money on it, and when I was on the phone with Google getting trained, they're like, oh gosh, no, don't do that. Like Google will try to get some money from you when they know they really shouldn't, like that. So that's just a little tip for you. So we also got postcards and magnets to market the business, right? So the magnets go on the truck. We got 4 of them because we know we're going to get another truck. We'll probably end up with a temporary pickup truck. Maybe we might just go straight to the U-Haul. We'll see what happens, but we have magnets just in case, just to make sure if we do have another vehicle out, we can have it like obviously a company vehicle with the magnets on it, right? So then we got these postcards, and they're postcards, like legitimate 4x6. They're postcards, but I didn't make them like postcards. I designed them so they're leave behinds. We just leave them behind on doors. So basically we do the 5 around, 7 around, 9 around, whatever, pick out a whole street, and Billy and Brandon will just walk up and down it and nail every house. But that is starting to work a little bit. I don't think it's actually worked yet, but they honestly haven't put too many out. They've just been cutting the grass, and that tends to happen. So I was kind of told Billy the other day, like, hey, you know, like those postcards are never going to do anything if you just leave them in the truck, right? And like, oh yeah, that's true. So, okay, so we got t-shirts. I think it's very important, not necessary by any means, but you want to brand your business, and you want, you know, your customer to be able to like look outside and know that's you. So B&B's colors is orange and black, kind of going with the Bengals. Brandon's a huge freaking Bengals fan. So I actually got Bengals season tickets this year, so that's interesting. I don't care about the Bengals at all, but we'll see how much fun that is. But we got the shirts. So we got shirts for roughly $200. And if you want shirts, I thought the quality of the shirts and everything, like obviously it'd be a little more, but I can get you shirts and ship them right to you, print them, blah, blah, blah. If you don't know how to do the design and they want the logo in this format and that, I'll handle all that. And probably about for $250 to $275 could have you 24 shirts. So, and that'd be like single color. We made a black version of the logo. You'll see it on the image I pop up, but and that was a recommendation from the printer. Used this printer a million times in the past, so I know they're a local printer. So I was like, you know, very comfortable with them. And then I said, hey man, you know, I've been getting shirts from you and other kind of marketing material and all this, you know, can I start selling your stuff on my website? And he said, yeah. So we worked out a little thing where I can, you know, basically do everything for you and just have the shirts shipped to you, and they'll print them for you. So if you need that and you don't know where to go, or you're paying more, then how much is that? Like if you're paying more than like $12 or $13 a shirt, more than $15 a shirt, contact me. I can probably get you around $12 or $13 a shirt if you need them, and it'd be a minimum of 24 shirts. That's like a minimum thing with printers. It's way more expensive if you get less than 24. So then another interesting thing I did was this right here. This actually hasn't gone out yet, but it's called, where is it on the other side? Community Shopper. So I was at like a little brunch thing, and I saw this sitting at the coffee shop I was at, and I picked it up, flipped through it, and I saw you can contact the guy who makes it and run an ad in it. So I contacted him just to see how much it was. It was $48. I was like, yeah, sign me up for this business and this business and this business. So we're going to be in it a couple times this upcoming month. B&B, the lawn mowing, is going to be in there. I also put my newest business, GMB Doc, in there. So we'll see how that goes. But there's actually not another lawn care company in it, so it's really perfect. And the guy said, when I was talking to him, seemed like old school, the guy running the community shopper, like little ad magazine thing, like old school, just a good person to do business with. He's like, man, honestly, he's like, we have lawn care businesses in here all the time, like specifically lawn mowing, but they freaking fill up. So like they just get too busy, and they call me the next month and say, hey, we don't want to run the ads again because we can't add any more customers. And they're like, ah. I was like, that sounds like a good problem. I was like, hey, that ain't gonna be a problem with us because we're just gonna buy more trucks, man. He said, okay. And then the last thing we did was I ran a $5 Craigslist ad because Craigslist charges you now, and that got us a goose egg. So that is it. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. We had the GoPro die halfway through and stuff like this, but that's what it is. I just wanted to kind of fill you in on what we're doing, what's working, what's not working. We're getting screwed by Google at the moment. Can't believe it. Freaking, I'm like the biggest Google fan ever, and they're completely screwing me. But what can you do? They're screwing B&B, you know, which is kind of affecting me in a way. But it's all good. So I'm about to run to the gym. I'm freaking sweating my balls off. It's 1:58 on a Saturday. I haven't eaten anything yet today because I'm on my intermittent fasting, which I've been doing forever. And it's a freaking great way to just get ripped. If you want to get ripped, look into intermittent fasting and work out and drink right, sleep right, all that kind of stuff. Blah, blah, blah. But it's amazing. It's not a diet. It's an eating habit, like a way to eat. But that's a whole nother story. Until another video, you already know what it is. Keep making money.